Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paul Magnan. The Department of Environmental Protection was made aware of a fuel leak in Linesville Creek near Whitehaven yesterday. The leak was traced to a 20,000-gallon above-ground heating oil tank at the Whitehaven Center. It's estimated that nearly 2,000 gallons of fuel oil leaked into the creek that runs into the Lehigh River. Officials responded to the area and placed booms in the creek in order to absorb some of the material. DEP is currently investigating and has directed the State Department of Human Services to hire a remediation contractor to begin cleanup since the center is run by DHS. 2 people had to be rescued from a quarry in Luzerne County Thursday night. Emergency crews were called to Eckley Quarry in Foster Township near Eckley Miners Village shortly after 8 for reports of a jet ski crash. One man in his late teens or early 20s was found safe on land and treated for non-life-threatening injuries, while a 14-year-old boy had to be rescued from the body of water. He was flown to a regional hospital and listed in critical condition. Crews had a difficult time rescuing the boy because of the rough terrain. The former coal mining property is off limits to the public. The accident is currently under investigation. A Hazleton man wanted for failure to appear in court was taken into custody July 29th by state troopers. 23-year-old Franklin Hernandez Lenar was arraigned on not 1, but 3 different cases. He was charged with criminal mischief after police say that he damaged a vehicle after an argument at the Red Carpet Motel July 28th. He also faces numerous drug charges for a January 20th incident in Butler Township. When police took him into custody, he was found to be in possession of a machete and wax packets. He was charged with possession of an offensive weapon and drug paraphernalia for that incident. He was denied bail in all 3 cases because he was deemed to be a flight risk. A report of a suspicious person led to the arrest of a Lehigh County man Monday morning in Sugarloaf Township. An employee at the Sunoco gas station on Route 309 told police that a man kept entering and leaving the store on Monday. He appeared to be nervous, and store employees feared that he would rob them. Police arrived and noticed that the man, identified as 34-year-old Isaac Sharkan, was disoriented. He told them he had taken ecstasy, and police found him to be in possession of numerous pills and over $5,000 in cash. He was arrested and charged with possession with intent to deliver, public drunkenness, and having a suspended license. He was taken to prison unable to post the $75,000 bail. The Luzerne County District Attorney's Office is investigating money issues connected to the Luzerne County Community College Faculty Union. The investigation was launched after an employee discovered alleged financial irregularities earlier this year. An auditing firm hired by the faculty union performed a forensic audit, and the results were turned over to the DA's office. No further details on the matter have been released at this time. Developers of Sand Springs Community and Golf Course are planning to build 28 more apartments with retail space. According to Michael Tuskys of Tuskys Homes, the units will have retail on the 1st floor and apartments on the 2nd and 3rd floors. The area off of Old Turnpike Road and Sand Springs Drive will allocate around 9,300 square feet for retail. The concept of retail moving in is a newer feature for that community that began almost 30 years ago with the construction of the golf course. Now Sand Springs includes a restaurant, bar, and banquet facility and hundreds of homes and apartments. Tuskys doesn't know what businesses may move in, though residents have expressed interest in hair and nail salons and a gym. The CHIRP program has helped restaurants and bars keep their doors open throughout the state, including in Lackawanna County, where the governor stopped by yesterday. And our Julie Stefanovich has more.
Governor Tom Wolf was in Lackawanna County yesterday discussing the millions of dollars in state grants awarded to the county for restaurants and bars negatively impacted by the pandemic. The administration secured $141 million for the hospitality industry, with $2.3 going to businesses in Lackawanna through the COVID-19 Hospitality Industry Recovery Program.
I found $145 million. As you all know, we have a workers' compensation trust fund, and we pay very close attention to what we need to keep in that fund for reserves. And it turned out we had about $145 million surplus over and above what we needed for that reserve, and that's where the money came from.
Counties across the state distributed the funding through community economic organizations. Lackawanna had over 100 recipients, including Cafe Rinaldi and Old Forge.
When we received the grant, it was a relief. We were able to pay off some of our past bills we may have had, pay off some past suppliers, normal day-to-day business, so we were able to stay in business.
State Representative Bridget Kozarowski said that there's still more that needs to be done to keep small businesses and their employees afloat.
Our service and hospitality, as we said, those industries have taken it harder than almost any other industry and bore the brunt of this pandemic. We still need more to do. We need to raise minimum wage for the first time since 2009. We need to deliver safe workplaces for all. We need to guarantee paid sick leave so people exposed on the job can afford to quarantine and protect themselves and their customers. The COVID-19 Hospitality Industry Recovery Program was a great step forward to help people, helping families, and helping local businesses keep their doors open.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
The Giant Company announced new accessibility for those participating in SNAP. PA customers participating in SNAP can now shop online for both pickup and delivery via Giant Direct and Martin's Direct using their Pennsylvania EBT access card. To shop via Giant Direct or Martin's Direct, customers need to add their EBT card and their groceries to their online cart and then enter their PIN and pay for eligible items. SNAP benefits can only be utilized on specific food items, the same requirements as when shopping in the store. Coming up on WYLN News, your favorite furry friends of the week. Plus, imagine finishing your career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But first, let's take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLN-TV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaise, Alexander, Greater Hazleton, Buick GMC on Route 93. Want a great deal on this GMC? Come on down to Route 93. This is the sexiest sport utility on the market, GMC Acadia AT4U. So you wanted pre-owned cars? We've got the largest selection of pre-owned inventory in the area. Whether you guys are looking for a Buick Envision or the smaller Encore GX, this ain't your father's Buick anymore. You want a great deal on a Buick? Come to Blaise, Alexander, Greater Hazleton and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. So check out the SPCA of Luzerne County for all breeds, shapes, and sizes of pets. The shelter has some more furry friends for you to check out this week. And everyone meet Drago. He's a 1-year-old terrier and pit bull mix. This high-energy cutie is very loving. He's been in a home with children, but would still have to meet any new kids due to his high energy level. He's also cat-friendly, but a bit afraid of them. And up next is Zeke. This cutie patootie is one of 3 adorable siblings. Zeke, Zoe, and Xander play together all day long. To apply for Zeke or any of his siblings, you can fill out an application on the shelter's website. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and many more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Cutie patooties all. WYLN's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off season across our viewing area. Berwick's athletic director Bo Orlando is on this week. So let's talk sports. Here's part 5.
You went on to San Diego and Cincinnati. How special was it, though, to finish off your career close to home in Pittsburgh?
Very, very special. You know, I always envied those guys in college that were from Pittsburgh because it was only an hour away from West Virginia, or like guys at Penn State that played close to home. I always envied that because they were very, very close. Finally getting back to Pittsburgh, I felt like I was home because West Virginia was an hour down the road, and back here in Berwick was 4 hours away. So, but it was a very, very special place. I love, of all my teams that played for, the Rooney family was the most, the greatest family. They were most family-oriented people. They had a lot of things for not only the players but for their wives and their kids and their families. And it was something that I wish I would have spent more time at. And I thought I was, because I was backing up Darren Perry because I was in my 10th year. And I actually got hurt. I had a sciatic nerve, and I was out for like 5 weeks in the beginning. I thought I was going to get cut. And Coach Cowher came in there. He was like, listen, I know what you can do. I played in the AFC Central 9 out of my 10 years.
Right.
And he's like, we know what you can do, just we need you for the games. And so that was a great feeling to have, Coach Cowher say there. So it was a memorable year. It was a great year being there like that. And I thought the next year Darren retired, and I thought I was going to be there, and then they opted to go with 2 younger guys. But I wish I would have spent more time. I mean, it was a special, and that was back when Three Rivers, before they tore down. And that was just, like you said about traditions, being in Three Rivers with Franco and all those guys. I mean, it was a pretty special, and probably the best fans of all.
And the Steelers are such a steady organization. I mean, when I think in my lifetime, they've had 3 coaches. When you talk about Coach Knoll, Coach Cowher, and now Coach Tomlin.
I call them very plain, and even the players. I mean, you didn't have a lot of knuckleheads. I mean, a couple teams, they had some players here and there. I mean, they didn't. If you were gone the next year. I mean, they didn't like that. It was, like I said, it was a very tight family and a very kind of straight run organization. And that's just that shows you the Rooneys. The Rooneys were just what they had, what they owned all over the country, and what they had. I mean, Mr. Rooney being there eating breakfast with his shoes off and walking around. He was a little guy, and he was just. You went somewhere to Yonkers Raceway, you'd be like, go open a box. Well, I mean, they were just the most hospitable people and the greatest people, and that's what made it. For me, that was very special. Coming from a big Italian family, I thought that was fantastic.
And be sure to check out this week's entire half hour of Let's Talk Sports, Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m., and again Sunday at noon and 5:30 p.m. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, your weekend review, courtesy of our Philip Kaufman, plus leading the way into this week's final segment. Stay with us.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday. Today we're talking about chiropractic miracles, those cases in chiropractic that are too good to be true, or are they? So, chiropractors have known for years that they were treating migraines and they were helping the immune system. But science only caught up recently. So, in the last 10 years, science has started to show chiropractors do treat migraines really well, really effectively. And chiropractors do help the immune system immediately almost. It's like within minutes of the adjustment, your immune system gets a boost. But there are plenty of cases where chiropractic doesn't have the research yet, to show that what they're seeing is actually caused by them. But they're there nonetheless, and we treat people, and we're hoping for the best all the time. My favorite stories are when we have a couple they're having trouble with infertility, and then one day they come in and say, hey, we're pregnant. The doctor said this was impossible. See a chiropractor, feel good.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns from WYLN Sports, and we have an exciting segment coming up here on WYLN News 35. It's Let's Talk Sports. We're going to have special guests on talking about past seasons, teams, events coming up, previews, so many things sports related we're going to talk about on Let's Talk Sports, and you'll be able to see it here on 35 News.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Monday. One man was taken to the hospital after a Saturday morning shooting in Wilkes-Barre. Police were called to Alexander Street around 3:30 a.m. for a report of shots fired. Police saw several people fleeing the scene and found 12 shell casings in the area. They were informed that a man showed up at an area hospital with a gunshot wound. The victim told them that he was leaving a party when a dark-colored vehicle pulled up alongside him and two men fired rounds. Tuesday. State police have charged a Hazleton man with stealing from a nonprofit organization. 42-year-old Robert Moore is accused of taking over $1,000 from the Miss Greater Hazleton Scholarship Organization. The group's executive director contacted police back in 2017 when she discovered that there were several missing transactions. She claimed that Moore set up a personal account instead of a business account to conduct the transactions. Moore was charged with theft by unlawful taking and theft by deception on July 26th. He turned himself in on Monday and was released on $25,000 unsecured bail. Moore continues to deny the allegations. Wednesday. A man on a motor scooter attempted to flee from Hazleton police last Saturday. Patrol officers saw a man riding recklessly around 3:30 a.m. near Diamond Avenue and Wyoming Street. Police attempted to stop the scooter being operated by Miguel de la Cruz Sanchez, but he continued to flee until he ended up at 320 East Green Street, where he drove into a backyard and left the bike laying on its side. But Cruz Sanchez was nowhere to be found. Police later caught up with him at a residence on Cranberry Avenue, where he was taken into custody and charged with fleeing police and numerous traffic violations. He was released on $2,500 unsecured bail. Thursday. Hazleton police took a rape suspect into custody after charges were filed against him by authorities in West Hazleton. Police in the borough received a report back in July of 2020 that 21-year-old Shamel Ellis was involved in a sexual assault case, and charges were filed January 25th. Hazleton police were conducting surveillance on July 30th of this year when they found Ellis on East Chestnut Street. Ellis resisted arrest and was also found to be in possession of marijuana. He was denied bail for the sexual assault charges because he was considered a flight risk and a danger to society. He also faces charges of resisting arrest and possession of marijuana in the most recent case. Friday. The Department of Environmental Protection was made aware of a fuel leak in Linesville Creek near Whitehaven. The leak was traced to a 20,000-gallon above-ground heating oil tank at the Whitehaven Center. It is estimated that nearly 2,000 gallons of fuel oil leaked into the creek that runs into the Lehigh River. Officials responded to the area and placed booms in the creek in order to absorb some of the material. The DEP is currently investigating and has directed the State Department of Human Services to hire a remediation contractor to begin cleanup since the center is run by DHS. That's it for your week in review here on WYLN News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaise, Alexander, Greater Hazleton, Buick GMC on Route 93.
Hey, don't forget we got a quarter-mile used cars.
Oh, we do. We have over 2,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock on BlaiseAlexander.com. We have a quarter mile here on Route 93, all the way down there. Come by, check them out. Yep, quarter mile used cars. So if you're looking for a great pre-owned car, come to Blaise, Alexander, Greater Hazleton. Come check us out on Route 93 and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information. WYLN-CA 35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So Wilkes-Barre Mayor George Brown is leading the way to wrap up this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's final segment of Leading the Way with Wilkes-Barre Mayor George Brown. So looking towards the future, I know we were discussing a few different projects that are in the works, so What are you looking forward to, whether it's personally or as the mayor or just for the city of Wilkes-Barre itself? What are you looking towards?
I'm looking for a future of the city of Wilkes-Barre that's going to be bright, economically, but also socially, where we have people that are going to be able to come back out. You know, you're in your house too long, a year and a half. Come on out, enjoy things. So how are we going to do that? Well, we initiated the car shows again on Public Square. Okay, the last Friday of every month through October will be car shows. It's been so well received that we had 2 other car show organizations say, can we do it also? So we're looking at having 3 car shows a month now through October. We have 4 parades coming up. We have the St. Patrick's Day parade on September 19th. So that's the first parade. We're going to do a multicultural parade and celebration. The different cultures that make up Wilkes-Barre will be parading, and then we have something on Public Square where you can enjoy the different cultures. We're going to have a beautiful Halloween party on Public Square. We're going to have a Veterans Parade. Last year we couldn't do the traditional parade. We had firemen and policemen, and they're the ones that actually did the parade, the police cars and fire trucks. We're having a traditional parade this year and keeping that string going. And also we're going to have a holiday parade with Santa Claus. So those things are going to be happening in the future in the city of Wilkes-Barre. But the main point I want to make is we're going to bring businesses back to Wilkes-Barre. We have 2 beautiful new hotels that are going to be built shortly. We did the groundbreaking a couple of weeks ago for the one hotel. The next one should be in August. And after that, we have the old historic train station. We're renovating that. It's going to be a beautiful office building with the Planters Peanuts Museum. Wilkes-Barre City will have the only Planters Peanuts Museum. And we received authority from the owners of Planters Peanuts to do that. We have other businesses coming into the city of Wilkes-Barre saying, Mayor, I see what you're doing. I want to be part of that. And they're opening up new businesses. We have city properties that are being sold. So I see a bright future for Wilkes-Barre. I see a future where people are going to want to move back to Wilkes-Barre. I see safer neighborhoods. I see better economic conditions for our people. But also, I see entrepreneurs coming in here because I want to make Wilkes-Barre the entrepreneur capital of Pennsylvania. 3 colleges in downtown Wilkes-Barre. You want to start a business? We have the graduates to start your business. Well-trained people. The future is bright. I call it the new beginning, and we're going to bring Wilkes-Barre back.
I'm looking forward to it. All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us this week. An even bigger thank you to our guest, Mayor George Brown, for being on the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Hopefully I can come back again.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to have you back on. All right, folks. Have a great weekend, everyone. Best of luck. Best of life. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN-TV.